made you want to run for office, and how long have you been?
Since I was a kid, I always thought politics was fascinating,
Mm-hmm.
and I've always wanted to be like a politician. So in fourth grade, I wrote a letter to President Barack Obama, and when he wrote back, I was like, whoa, that's cool.
What did the letter say that you wrote?
So I was thinking, what can we help the world with to better the nation?
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, what if we had this idea? So you know how the drones?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what if we had drones instead of people going into war, so
Mm-hmm.
no one gets injured?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's what I sent him. And he was like, people like you, there should be more of you, because ideas like that help make the world better.
And your goal was to decrease people who are getting hurt in
Yeah.
conflict? Wow. Oh my goodness. What did it feel like getting...
it was whoa. I was like, wait, is this real?
Uh-huh.
And it was.
So when you're deciding to write a letter to the president, I mean, did you tell your parents, or you're in the fourth grade? I assume you had some help here.
Yeah, first I wrote it in pencil, and my dad was like, rewrite it. You can't write it in pencil.
Yeah.
So I had to write it in pen,
Mm-hmm.
and then I sent it in, and then he sent it back, and we kept exchanging letters until he left office, and then
No way.
he gave me his address for his private office, and I wrote him a letter, but I haven't received one back, and I didn't write again.
Okay.
Yeah.
When was that?
I think fifth grade.
Oh my goodness. So what kinds of things were you and the president talking about?
Just how school's going and how his life's going,
Mm-hmm.
and talking about things happening in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, this will sound sort of a weird question. Were you ever concerned it wasn't him and it was a staffer, or do you think it was him?
Well, I saw this video on YouTube, and when he was president, he would take 10 letters a day,
Mm-hmm.
and he'd read through it and write back, and I was
Okay.
like, oh, okay.
So that,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, wow. How does it feel to have that experience? I mean, how old are you?
And when I wrote the letter?
No, right now.
Oh, 13.
So you're 13 and you've already had correspondence with one of the most eminent recent presidents that we've had. I mean, how does that feel? What impact do you think that has on you?
It motivates me in life, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To keep going, keep persevering.
Mm-hmm. Now, you told me in November that your dream one day is to be president, right?
Yeah.
What attracts you to that office?
Leadership, helping others,
Mm-hmm.
helping other nations.
Mm-hmm. What kind of help do you want to facilitate?
I want to become friends with other countries,
Mm-hmm.
make peace with everyone.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
no isolationism under the Wisdomgold
No.
administration. Collaboration and working together.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. So what attracted you to politics, though, as a young child?
Hillary Clinton.
Really?
Yeah.
What about her?
She was so, I read one of her books, her autobiographies, and I was like, whoa, she did all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then for fifth grade, I did a project about her, a whole poster project. It was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned more about her, and then I learned about all the other candidates, and they're like Ted Cruz. There was a guy named Ben, I forgot his last name though.
Yeah, the secretary of Hood, the Hood secretary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Ben
was,
Carson.
yeah, Ben
Mhm.
Carson. And then I learned Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. Those are my inspirations.
Mm-hmm. So are your parents, are they into politics?
Yeah, my dad is.
Okay, so you kind of grew up with that influence?
Yeah.
You think that's...
He taught me how to see both sides of the story though.
Mhm.
So there's no fights between anyone.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. So do you guys watch the news together every day?
Yeah, he made me watch that Union speech Donald Trump made,
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole thing.
What's your reaction on this?
She rips the paper and then walks out.
You were a fan of that moment?
I mean,
It certainly went viral. It got a lot of
did.
attention. So now let's talk a little bit more about this thing that you did with Charlie Baker. I don't really know anything about it.
so this teacher named Mr. Lafayette, he's not my teacher, he's on the other team.
Mm-hmm.
He said, no, him and Mr. Steinberg brought me to the conference room and was like, Blessing, would you like to do this thing called Project 51
Mhm.
and go to Boston to represent our school? And I was like, yeah, of course.
Why do you think they chose you?
Leadership role?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you're student body president, you said?
Yeah.
Student body president. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So, Saturday, I forgot the date. It was either 17th or 18th.
Yeah, it was right before MLK Day, right?
Yeah. It was basically based on MLK Day.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Boston. I had to wake up really early, 5 o'clock to go to Gardner to get picked up by the bus.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I was on the bus. The kids there were so nice. I wish I'd gotten some of their numbers. I got some of the alumni numbers, kids who were there before. They're like seniors now and they come back to help.
So they were all your age?
Not the alumni. They were like 18, but like all the other kids that got chosen, they were like 13, 14 from other middle schools. And we went to, on the bus, we played a bunch of games. They gave us food. And I met this kid named Seamus. He actually went to my elementary school called Fallbrook. And he was like, wait, I know you. And I was like, wait, were you in my second grade class? And then we started talking.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
He moved out of Leominster, or?
Yeah, I forgot where he moved though. Then when we got there, the day was a little rushed because it was snowing and they wanted us to get out like before the snow reached. But I got picked because Mr. Lafayette, I have to thank him. I appreciate everything he's done. He helped me with the whole process and everything. And I have to thank Mr. Steinberg for doing such a good job. So he helped me with the registration and he said, oh, you have to turn this in before this date. And I did it. And on the sheet, they said, what's your goal in life? And my goal was to become president of the United States and to help others. And I got chosen to get picked to like speak in front of the mayor and all the other representatives. And it was
The mayor?
No, not the mayor.
The governor? Okay, I just want to clarify. Well, Mayor Mazzarella is often with Charlie Baker and up in the state. But so, anyway, so did you have to submit this speech beforehand, or like how did that work?
It was like, I think like 2 weeks beforehand. It was like a registration, like parent, like contact information and a bunch of other reasons. And yeah, so I submitted it in and they were like, whoa, I like this. I like what you sent in. And they're like, would you like to read it in front of everyone at the State House? And I was like, sure.
Wow.
There were other kids too that spoke. There was this one kid named Anthony. He talked about gun control and I loved it. His idea was, he said that my parents have seen less gun violence than I've seen in my whole life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goodness, as another 8th grader, he
Yeah.
said that? Gosh, where was he from, do you know?
No.
It doesn't matter, but that's, wow. So, how many kids spoke?
5 and then 6. Yeah, 6
Okay,
including
6
me.
including you. So, what did you speak about?
I just spoke about how I wanted to become president of the United States, help others, and peace within the world. Yeah.
So, what were some of your key points in that speech that you remember?
It was like my inspiration when I was younger. I did prepare a speech, but I couldn't read it all, so I just read a small portion of it. But my like inspiration was because I was younger and I thought politics was interesting. So yeah.
So, what is it about politics that you find interesting? Like, what is the draw there?
I'm not sure yet. Like, I like how there's 2 different opinions, and I try to see both sides of the opinions without, judging anyone. Yeah.
Why do you think that's important?
So you don't offend anyone. Yeah.
So, but